r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. United States veterans, what are things about the military you didn't realize until you left? You meet and make friends with people who you might not interact with before you join. Then together, you have some of the greatest times you'll ever have in your life. And then one day, it's just over. You'll miss the clowns, but not the circus. Also, benefits are incredible. How much travel changes your view of the world? They certainly couldn't keep me down on the farm after I'd seen Paris. They say travel is the greatest cure for ignorance. A lot of people don't realize how much structure the military gives you until it's gone. After leaving, you have to rebuild your own routine, your own standards, and your own sense of pace. The other big one is how much civilian workplaces avoid direct communication compared to what you get used to in the service. That punctuality was the norm. I've been out for about 30 years and still arrive 10-15 minutes early for every event. The place where I work now is run by retired vets. People who routinely arrive late don't last long here. The hard stuff is where all the good memories come from. I was in the Gulf War. Missiles, oil field fires, death, etc. The most memorable time was in transit between assignments, and the army lost our paperwork, so my platoon was homeless for 2 or 3 weeks. We had to steal food, sleep in our cargo vehicles and forklifts, and beg the locals for food. That was so much fun. How much healthcare access affects the rest of my country? As a veteran, I get access to social programs and a reasonable level of healthcare. All I have to do is show up and ask. This grants me a level of freedom most American civilians are unable to achieve or understand. I hate my job, I find another one. It never crosses my mind to worry about getting sick. Seriously, this blows the minds of most American civilians. Also, I really care about what I'm doing. And who the hell I'm doing it with. I traded in my morals to W. At least that time I cared about the people I worked with. I ain't doing it again. My time in, I gave a shit about my career. Most of the jobs since then, these people are a fucking joke, and their product or service is cancer. Reading these comments sounds like I'm the odd man out. My 4-year enlistment helped me grow up, travel the world, and figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. I didn't peak in the military. Not by a mile. I still have close friends I served with, I have some good memories of unique experiences. Civilian life and freedom is way better. I don't have douchebags telling me how to do my job, or taking credit for my work. The biggest realization I had after getting out was how much the military meant a lot more to some vets than it meant to me. I was so sick of my life being micromanaged, working under, with and over fuckheads. I was so happy to get out and start my real life. Man, people don't realize how good the pay and benefits are. Working a normal job is hard and pays nothing. Military training and details were easy. Deployments sucked, but overall, the military was the easiest job I've had. How much better I should have taken care of myself, and how I have to deal with it now instead. I skipped a lot of medical appointments to stay on mission. It's much harder to get that time off on the outside, and at the end of the day, I was just a cog in the machine that has since been replaced. As an autistic vet, it was the structure. You knew for a fact everywhere you had to go, when you had to be there, what you were gonna do, and who you had to talk to. There was no guesswork. I mean, yes, your chances of being blown the F up were marginally higher than in Civi world, but that was the risk you took. I didn't realize, until I was out, the smaller changes that made a bigger impact. Like others said, I show up early 5-10 minutes for everything. Everything has a place, I can find just about anything in the dark, and making a decision on the fly, I can make a decision and run with it, no need to second guess. All small changes, but they make life easier. I find civilian life to be way more difficult than military life. The friends I made were the best I ever had, as we shared a common purpose and really watched out for each other. You don't seem to find that so easily in civilian life. Except for certain jobs like the police, but even that was different and not as high quality. That the military lives in a bubble of socialism without realizing it. Guaranteed job if you don't commit a serious crime. Universal basic income. Free housing or housing allowance. Clothing allowance. Free meals or allowance. Free education, as long as you pass your courses. Free and unlimited healthcare. Free legal counsel. Job opportunity for family members. Discounted groceries and merchandise. Free flights, globally. Access to all kinds of other programs that you basically just have to sign up for. And most members don't realize it and think they are living as capitalists and identify as Republican or Democrat. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.